Dawn Staley's South Carolina snapped Vanderbilt's streak with 103-74 win. The Colonial Life Arena paid host to the Vanderbilt Commodores, boasting a 20-0 record. Coming into the game on the back of an unceremonious overtime loss to the Oklahoma Sooners would be rankling the fans. However, as the game ended, that defeat felt like a faded memory, with South Carolina handing Vanderbilt their first defeat of the season. The South Carolina Gamecocks scored a massive 33 points in the first quarter itself, racing to a 17-point lead. While shooting was a problem against the Oklahoma Sooners, Vanderbilt saw South Carolina basket 62% of their shots from open play, including a 10 of 17 outing from beyond the arc. The Vanderbilt Commodores were never allowed to get back into the game and never led even once throughout the match, whereas South Carolina's largest lead was 35, with the endgame scoreline reading 103-74. The Gamecocks dominated Vanderbilt in every basketball metric. A lot to learn from the match as we dive deep into the Vanderbilt defeat. Unrelenting early pressure from Dawn Staley's South Carolina. As the game started, the South Carolina Gamecocks raced to a 10-0 lead. A 33-point first quarter featured excellent shot accuracy from the entire team. The intensity from South Carolina saw Vanderbilt concede their highest points in one single quarter this season, and the South Carolina practice runs that were revealed to have taken place after their defeat to Oklahoma seemed to have paid off. But what impressed everyone was the pressure they were putting on Vanderbilt when they didn't have the ball. Vanderbilt averages 12.7 turnovers per game. However, they had already crossed the threshold with over 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter itself, ending the game with 20 turnovers against their name. The Gamecocks were on a redemption arc against Vanderbilt. After receiving criticism for their lackluster shooting performance against the Oklahoma Sooners, almost every South Carolina star who was guilty of it redeemed herself in the win over Vanderbilt. Medina Ocote had an 8 of 9 performance, with all 5 players who touched double figures in points shooting at least 50% or above from the floor. In fact, the whole team shot 62% from open play, missing just one of their 14 free throws, and nearly shot 60% from beyond the arc as well. The Gamecocks did not let Vanderbilt dominate the paint either, winning the rebounding battle 32-26, whereas they recorded a whopping 56 points in the paint. The performance was more of a response, proving they still are one of the best teams in the NCAA and one of the top contenders for top honors at the end of the season. Dawn Staley shows a penchant for taking risks. A lot of experts called out Dawn Staley for keeping Medina Ocote out in crucial periods during the second half of the Oklahoma defeat because of potential foul trouble. However, the head coach displayed she can make crucial decisions whenever needed, opting to keep Ocote on the bench for the start against Vanderbilt. So, in the 103-74 win over Vanderbilt, South Carolina's defense set the tone early, forcing 16 turnovers in the first half alone and pushing the Commodores into 20 giveaways overall, which was far above their season average. The Gamecocks stayed in control from start to finish, never allowing Vanderbilt to find any real offensive rhythm.